Are you a Canadian seller, maybe even probably a new Canadian seller? You're going to want to watch this video because this is an emergency. You need to start now, all right? So this advice will apply to you if you want to succeed this Q4. And why I tell you this is urgent is because you don't have a lot of time for your inventory to check in, all right? So listen up, and we're going to talk a little bit about if this was my first Q4, what would I do? This is going to help you whether this is your first, second, or third, right? This is my going on fourth Q4. Last Q4, I did $40,000 of profit in the month of November and December together, right? It was pretty much split 20-20. I ran out of inventory, and that's a little bit of the segue to like my first advice is you'll never have enough inventory, right? No matter what you think you have enough, you'll never have enough. Every single year for me, I have gone through this moment where I go back and I kind of do a post-mortem, right? Where I go and see what went right, what went wrong. And I wouldn't say it goes wrong, right? Because I'm selling out all my stock at a really high ROI. So it's not going wrong. But what I could have done better every year was prepare more, start earlier, and load my inventory. And that's why this year, it's been a month and a half, I've been just sending inventory like a madman. And honestly, piling up debt alongside with it. We're not going to talk about too much about debt. I have other videos on that. But the goal is this year coming into a strong Q4, right? November and December, and having $200,000 worth of inventory checked in at Amazon or something at least close, right? That's my ultimate North Star goal. I don't think I'm going to reach it, but I'd like to get somewhere close to $200,000 worth of inventory. Like that way, I'll be able to surpass last year, right? So that's advice number one is try to buy as much inventory as possible. Now, of course, guys, don't be idiots. Don't buy stuff that is not worth buying, right? Now analyze your Keepa charts. Make sure it's a good buy. But I'm saying if you're repricing or you're sending stuff in and then you're disappointed in its initial performance, guys, it's coming. People are going to spend. Yes, people say, oh, we're in a bad economy. People are spending. Consumerism is crazy right now. So just stay patient, all right? So when buy a ton of inventory, a ton of good inventory, if it says it sells 10 times a month right now, 20 times a month, buy 3 times that. I promise you it's going to be worth it. If you can wait, right? You have to be, I said I took on debt. You have to be very strategic with this, right? You have to be mindful about what you're doing. You are playing a little bit of a patient game because you're waiting for November and December sales. But if you can afford that, guys, I promise the ROI will double, if not triple. And not only will the ROI double and triple, but the sales volume will double and triple. Every year is a high, guys. And every January and every February is the low. And that's segue number 2 is how to truly win in Q4. Well, is using post Q4 effectively and not getting depressed, right? Because it's all good when you make a crap ton of money in Q4. But what nobody talks about is the post Q4 where nobody's buying anymore, because not only do we have our high, but the consumers have their high in Q4 and now they're low and they don't want to spend any money on Amazon. So that means we're making record low in sales, right? In January and February. So use that time effectively to really understand what you did good in this Q4. So next Q4, you're going to be able to perform even better because, okay, yes, you're going to come to the conclusion, I guarantee you, that you did not spend enough money, but there's going to be other things, right? When did you start? You probably didn't start sending a lot of inventory yet and tripling your buys. So that's why I'm telling you, this is emergency. You need to start doing that today, right? Every single week, I got a shipment going out the door, whether that is 15 large boxes, 20 large boxes, and it's a $10,000, $20,000 worth of COGS, cost of goods sold, or this week it was 4 boxes, right? I had a lot of small units. I was able to fit around 400 units into only 4 big boxes. But if that's all I got, that's all I got. Next week, I already have a crap ton of inventory, right? Every week, you got to be sending in. That is the secret to Q4, guys. It is not more complicated than that. It is you need to consistently buy inventory all the way to December.